And now, Gimmick Infringement!
Welcome everyone to the Gimmick Infringement Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Tyler McDowell Blanken. I am joined, of course, as always, by my co-host, the incomparable Brad Winchester. And we have an incomparable guest, a very special guest. You know, it's an annual tradition. It's summer, so we have to talk movies. Emily Ollero Jones of the Female Driven Podcast is with us. Emily, you're making your GI return. We're so happy you're back. It's been a minute. How are you?
Yeah, I can't believe it's been a year. That's crazy.
That's been too long. A whole 12 months. What's new? Fill us in. How are you? How's Female Driven?
Oh, it's good. I was just telling before we started recording that I've actually been to the movies a lot. Like, for me, a lot so far in theaters because there are so many things I wanted to see in the theaters. So, yeah. Female Driven's going great. We've taken a little bit of a break, but I think Tyler definitely listened to my last episode that we did on Chicago. It was very fun.
Yeah. You know I did. Shout out to Kristen. Shout out to the whole Female Driven crew.
Yeah. Kristen and Rachel, right?
Yeah. Kristen, Rachel. Thank you.
Yeah.
Trifecta.
You did it. You did it on Chicago.
2002 Chicago.
Okay, I'll be checking that out later today.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, if you are not plugged into Female Driven, you must do so at this very moment. Follow them on Instagram at Female Driven Podcast.
Turn this off right now and switch.
Yeah, you know, as long as you fulfill both requirements, checking out this conversation with Emily on GI, but then also following Female Driven on social. Check out,
subscribe, pause, come back.
5-star review city.
Yes,
you know how we do it around here. Emily, I think it's time to get to business. So you are here, of course, to preview, also a slight review, but also to preview this summer in film. So we have, similar to last year, but with some differences, we are keeping a similar format in that we've broken down this summer's upcoming releases into different categories or genres, as one may say. You've already seen some of these films that we're going to get into, so we can't wait to hear the official Emily Ollero Jones review. But then also, Brad and our audience, we're super excited to hear your thoughts on films that are going to be released. The action, the comedy, the drama, the blockbusters. We even have some horror selections, which I can't wait to get both of your thoughts on. Yes, we will go in order. But with that in mind, let's go ahead and start with the blockbusters, with the movies that are coming with a lot of hype. It's giving, you got to see it in the theater if you're going to take the time to check them out. And we have two that I want to begin this conversation with. On June 27th, F1, the movie, is hitting theaters. And then that next week on July 2nd, I know Brad has thoughts on this one, Jurassic World Rebirth is coming out. You are the guest of honor. We're going to start with you. Where are you at with these two blockbusters? Which one are you going to see? Which one are you going to see first? Are you excited for both? Fill us in. We got some big stars in both of these. We're talking Brad Pitt. We're talking ScarJo.
Yeah.
We're talking Mahershala Ali. Fill us in. What you got?
Yeah, that's right. I think I'd like to see F1. That just looks like a fun, event movie. I definitely enjoyed seeing when it came out a few years ago, Ford v Ferrari. That was fun.
I'm
not a car
incredible movie.
I'm not a car person, but that'll draw me in because
except the Fast series.
Oh my gosh,
that's
Tyler.
The one exception you make.
We're going on our side quest at some point.
The side quest is going to happen. We will continue to offer Brad a seat on the side.
When you're here, your family.
Family. There's nothing more important.
No.
Thank you, Dominic Toretto.
Right.
We could just pivot and make this a
Let's do
Fast
it.
and Furious episode and just fit in the summer.
I'd be fine with that.
I got to go.
And Brad can find himself out of the... I was going to say the Zoom room, but we're on StreamYard. We're fancy.
And this is when I checked out.
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
but that's how the podcast ended forever.
but back to these two. Okay, so you're in for both F1, the movie, and then so what are your thoughts on Jurassic World Rebirth? This is probably the biggest picture of the summer, is it not?
Probably it will make the most money. I lost faith in the franchise a while ago. I don't think that's a hot take.
No.
I really think the first one is the best one.
far and away.
1993. I think it even looks better than all of the other ones.
And it still holds up.
It's so good. Just like anytime if I'm in a hotel room and that movie comes on, I'm Tyler. I'm seated. I'm seated for it.
You're seated.
Just like
okay.
anytime Twister comes on, I'm gonna watch Twister.
Sure,
it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, but it's a case of the original.
Yeah.
All these years later.
You've never seen it miss this house and that house and then come after you. Twister's incredible. Helen Hunt.
Helen Hunt. Yeah. She's an icon. And that's what all the girlies dress like now. They want to be as cool as Helen Hunt was in Twister. No, I don't know. If it gets like okay-ish reviews, maybe I'll check it out. But I don't know. It to use another term, Tyler, it fell off. It fell off at like 2 was still fun. But 3 was really bad. And then I was just like, oh, I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
The trailer's dope. I've seen, I would say maybe the last 5 or 6 movies, basically every movie I've been to this year, it seems like I've had, this of course is hyperbole, but I'm going to go with it. It seems like I've also witnessed the Jurassic trailer. I've seen it so many times in the theater
every
now.
Time.
And
yeah.
Yeah, and by no means would I classify myself as a Jurassic historian. I'll leave that for you two. But I thought the trailer was really well done. Is it going to get me to see it in theaters? Probably not, admittedly. But I'll check it out once it hits streaming. I think the cast is solid. I just think the way they present it is like, okay, I'm gonna give this one. I haven't seen a Jurassic movie in years, but I'm willing to give this one. And I don't have the baggage that Emily might.
I don't know. Nothing can recapture using those models. Like, I'm just saying.
Stan Winston Studios, yes.
I'm just saying what everyone has been saying for years, but there's just an over-reliance on CGI, so that everything kind of looks cheap now. Like if the movie Titanic was made today, it would just be green screen. It just like, there's something about a really well-made 90s like action thriller. It's so good.
I did not expect that I would stick up for Jurassic World on this episode.
Hey,
when the Velociraptor, whatever it's called, comes out and they're like, oh my gosh, we're probably not going to survive. And sign me up. I'm willing to check that out.
Okay. I will probably watch, like you said, if there's like a marathon on, it always comes down to when I'm in a hotel room, because that's the only time I get TV, when there's like TNT.
That's your barometer.
If there's like a marathon, like a Jurassic Park marathon, sure, I will sit and watch.
An aspect, then I want to kick it to Brad after this. An aspect I think about now at this stage in my movie going, I was going to say career, in movie going life and career here on Gimmick Infringement. There are certain movies that are so enhanced if you see it in the theater.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm totally backtracking my previous stance. But I wonder for both F1 and Jurassic, I would imagine a lot of our audience and your audience are thinking of seeing one or both of these films. The experience is so enhanced if you actually go to the theater versus if I just wait till it hits Netflix. Okay, it's going to be convenient. It's going to save me some money. But I know if I see Jurassic or F1 in IMAX, that experience is going to be incredibly hard to replicate. I don't know if I told you, I've been telling Brad and our audience this. I've seen the most IMAX movies in my life this year. I'm at like 3 already.
No, same.
And there's no going back for me.
Same.
There was something that I watched recently. I was trying to look it up. I can't remember what it was. And I actually think it was Jurassic Park. We watched Jess hadn't seen the last one, Jurassic World 3. Was it Dominion? I think that's what it was. Yeah.
That's right.
It was like, well, it's on. Let's just watch it. It's, I can't say it's free. It's part of our subscription service.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I called it. Let me see. All right. So when we were watching it, I looked at it and I went, I'm pretty sure this is shot on film. It just had like a graininess to it, and it was just really, it felt older. In the best kind of way. It felt really, really, really good. And that movie was partially shot on film. It sucks that the story was so bad, but it was shot on film, and it was like, that story was so terrible.
That's not the haunted house one, is it?
Oh God, that's the second one, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I hated that so much. Those movies got so bad, man.
Yeah.
But the the laser guided tracking system for the murder
The
raptors.
Raptors.
Yeah, it was just all so stupid. So number one, I told Tyler this. I can't remember if we were recording or not, but when Jurassic Park 3 came out, and big William H. Macy fan at the time, like Fargo had come out not that long before, and
Leone.
yes. Tay Leone, they weird cast. Like that cast is so weird.
Real actors,
really good actors.
Yes.
I did have my ringtone was the Kirby Paint and Tile Plus or whatever it is ringtone for a long time. The satellite phone part. Yep. So when I saw the trailer for Jurassic World Rebirth and they have pterodactyls or whatever those things are, someone's going to correct me. Some dino nerd's going to come in and
no.
Those are pterodactyls. I don't give a shit. Flying dinosaur bird things.
Flying dinosaur.
I immediately was like, oh, I hope it's not like 3. I hope they don't rehash 3 stuff because that movie was bad. But I'll say what I said then. We were going to like Chocolat, and we were going to premieres of like art movies and really good movies. I love that movie, by the way.
I missed that when a movie like Chocolat or The Hours would have like a huge opening.
It was so good. One of my favorite movies of all time. So
movies made for adults that would just open, just like a drama.
Yeah.
You know, when's the last?
Vanilla Sky, and just like there were so many movies that came out around that time period that were like that. But Mike, shout out to Mike Kleiman, looked at me and said, "This movie is going to be terrible, but who cares? Dinosaurs." That's how I approach them. Yeah, it's just going to be fun in a theater, a communal experience, and if it's terrible, we'll all know it, and we'll all feel the terrible together. And
without 3, we wouldn't have that meme of the raptor saying Alan.
Yes.
We wouldn't have it. We have that movie to thank for that.
So
the
good.
Gifts, the communal experience. That's a great point, right? That's also a part of it.
F1 looks fun. I'm leery of Apple. I'm leery of the Apple made movies. I started watching Murder Robot yesterday. I think it's awesome. I think it's so much fun. They're like half an hour episodes, and and they're like pretty high quality. I've clipped through the whole 6 episodes that are out now in a couple hours, and it's great. But I know.
Severance? Have you seen Severance?
I still haven't. I'm waiting for Jess. I want to watch it together.
Really good.
Yeah,
I started the Your Friends and Neighbors series with John Hamm.
Oh, very nice.
Super good on Apple. Yeah,
because was it the Wolves? I think is what it was, the Clooney Brad Pitt movie that got critically panned. Yeah. I'm leery of Apple made movies, so F1 scares me a little bit, but I still want to see it because it looks entertaining as heck. Jurassic World Rebirth, I'm in. Like if they're gonna lean into it, into the horror of it more than the goofy DNA stuff, and I know we're getting it. I already saw one of the dinosaurs. It looks apocalyptically stupid, but yeah, as long as I'm getting a horror movie with dinosaurs, and it should feel terrifying, not, oh, I wonder if they'll escape. No, these things will kill everybody. That thing will eat your whole boat. Why are we not more afraid here? Why are we like, we're just going to go F around on this island?
They're underacting.
Yeah. And I'm excited to see how that looks. I'm tentatively optimistic for this, but we're missing 2 on here added in the comments. We're ignoring Fantastic Four First Steps. We're ignoring Superman. What are we doing here? Like those are the movies.
The Superman trailer looked very silly.
It looks silly in the best way. We need some hope. That's all I'm saying. I don't need dark right now. I love Cavill. As Superman. I never had a problem. I don't the stories. Snyder.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't mind Snyder the way a lot of people do. I actually like the Snyderverse just fine. I thought some of the movies were terrible, but really, really terrible. But also, I don't care. I got old Batman and a robot suit. All I wanted from the Dark Knight Returns kid in me was that, and I got it. I'm happy with that. Yeah. Even though Martha's would save the day, I thought that was stupid and they ruined Doomsday. But I'm hopeful for this one.
You know what? I surprisingly liked Ben Affleck.
He was great.
I liked him.
He's my favorite on-screen Batman.
Yeah. I like
not my favorite Bruce Wayne, but I liked him as Batman.
I liked older Bruce. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was
just
cool.
liked him a lot.
But this one looks great. I love Nathan Fillion. I trust Zack Snyder enough with these properties to know he's not going to, polish up a turd. So I'm really excited for this. I can't wait to see Crypto on screen, because Crypto's a menace, and I can't wait to see how that plays with the actual movie. And Fantastic Four Rebirth. Freya went to Thunderbolts with us, which was a mistake. But
that's a daughter movie. Did you get emotional?
No, I got scared because the Void was in that film, voiding everybody, and she looked concerned the whole time. Like, she looked scared. It was terrifying. And it was like they immediately bludgeon you with with language stuff in the beginning. And I was like, this is not what I signed up for a Marvel movie with my kid, she's turning 8.
That did feel
she's not like 10, 12.
I did notice that. I was surprised at
darker tone for sure. Yeah. And I think it needed it for that movie, for that cast, for those characters. And that's fine. But she was so stoked she's like, what's the Fantastic? Who's that? This thing. Okay. And then spoiler alert, the teaser at the end with the Fantastic Four ship coming through. She was the biggest pop in the theater. She went, oh, that's the ship. That's the She's so excited for this. So I'm excited for it. I'm all in. I don't know how you guys feel about the big budget superhero movies coming out. We already had one, technically 2 this year. We're getting another one plus Superman.
I was telling Tyler, I did see Thunderbolts, and I wasn't crazy about it. Same thing. I got Marvel fatigue years ago, but my husband wanted to see this one, and I like Florence Pugh, so I was like, okay, we'll see it. She's a great actress, and so I love my actresses. So I was like, okay, if she's leading it, like, how bad can it be? I don't know. I lost. I love Julia Louis-Dreyfus as well. So I was happy to see her pop up in Marvel, and I think she's so good. But I was just I didn't connect to any of, because I've missed the last several, so I didn't know who Diet Coke Captain America was.
Half of it is built around the Disney TV properties.
Yeah, anyway. So I was like, what? Yeah. Who are these people? I don't know who you are. I don't care. And then the Depression Monster, I was just like, this is too real. I didn't need the Depression Monster.
Yeah.
It literally reminded me of like every antidepressant commercial when like the personification of depression is just like a big storm cloud, but it's that guy. It's this person.
Did you guys see Top Gun Maverick?
You know what? I didn't see that.
I did not. I continue to hear great things.
I can't even talk to you anymore.
I did see Mission
Impossible. Oh no! It literally went black when you said I can't talk to you anymore.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Okay. Yeah.
And that's an IMAX one, right? You want to see that one? Well, I can't.
No, you can see it on Paramount Plus though. Like that's. I watched it. I can't say anything. I watched it this past week, so for the first time.
Wait, why did you bring that up?
Because Bob in Thunderbolts is his call sign in Top Gun Mavericks. He's a pilot. Is Bob?
Are you kidding?
And now there's a theory out there, right? Like that they're the same one. Yeah. But I thought he was fantastic.
Yeah.
As Sentry, as Bob. I felt the same way. I felt like that movie leveled up way too quickly. It was like, we're just going to go like giant scale all of a sudden, where it was like small, like breakout thing. And then it just exploded. And it was, there was just a lot of moving around from spot to spot to spot with no clear connection between all of them, that if you didn't have a pre-established idea of these characters, it's really hard to compare.
I knew Florence Pugh and like,
her she was in Black Widow, and so was he. And then if you didn't watch anything after that, it's impossible. That's
why I was just
and like, Bucky, obviously Bucky.
Yeah. Oh, Bucky. Yeah, of course. But I don't think I even saw Winter Soldier. I'm not kidding. I just know who Sebastian Stan is.
It's my favorite.
Okay. Movie. Okay. I just know who he is, and he's a great actor. So I'm like, anytime you see these performers, they're good.
Winter Soldier is a white knuckle thriller. It is not a typical Marvel movie until the very end. It's worth it.
I've noticed they've gotten like prestige actors to do these. I mean, I'm sure they're paying them like an insane amount of money, but
like Harrison Ford.
Yeah, but now they have he
wanted to do it. He was just like, I just want to I like doing these big budget things. I want to be in the Marvel universe.
That's so fun. But
I think it was, yeah.
Fantastic Four, I was like, yeah, these are real actors. Like Vanessa Kirby is fantastic. I love her. I would see it just because she's in it, honestly.
And it looks way different. So
it does. I'm like, is that why she wasn't? I was thinking, is that why she wasn't in Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning? Because she was the best part of the last like two.
Which we'll talk about next.
We were missing Vanessa. I was like, oh my god, the villain is not good.
All right, well, that's probably a good idea to move on to Mission Impossible. Mind you, I have not seen this yet. I haven't had a window. I have a child.
Oh no.
We'll forgive him.
Okay.
So
I will mute myself.
To Brad's point, and just for audience sake, we have 5 categories remaining. So next we'll go into action, followed by comedy, drama, family, and we will conclude with horror. And then we'll cap the episode off with some final kind of big picture questions, no pun intended. Okay. But as Brad laid it out, let's discuss action. Okay, Emily, a few titles I want to throw your way. Of course, as Brad mentioned, we have Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, which is already out in theaters. You've seen it. We want to hear your thoughts in a moment. Then we also have Ballerina, which just came out as of this recording, just came out a few days ago. Yes. You have also seen that. This is why you are our incomparable guest. And then we have some other titles such as The Pickup, which comes out on August 6th. This will be via Prime Video, followed by Nobody 2, which will be released in theaters on August 15th. But once again, let's start with what we know. Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. What say you?
I'm pretty much in alignment with a lot of what the critics are saying, which is like, it's not as good as the last one. It's not as good as Dead Reckoning. It's not even as good as, like, I don't know, what were some of the old, like, Ghost Protocol, and I don't know. I think it was good, but as far as the conclusion to, like, the Tom Cruise cinematic universe, I don't know.
Experience, yeah.
The Tom Cruise, Ethan Hunt timeline. I guess he's been making these since the mid-90s. When did the first one come out?
1996. Yep.
He's
30 years.
Yeah, he's like 29. He's got to be 63 now.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
Which is like crazy that he's still doing like this crazy stuff. But yeah, it definitely.
Born in 1962.
He's my mom. Yeah, my mom was born in 62. Yeah. Wow. So he, I don't know, like there were some really great action set pieces. And from what I understand, the way he makes those, because he's a producer, the way he makes those is he decides on what huge action set piece he wants to do, and they write the script around it when you can kind of tell.
And it felt like that viewing Final Reckoning. I was sharing with Brad. Yeah. The highs of Final Reckoning to me were as high as any of the other MI films, but the lows were just so low. I also had an issue with the runtime, which I've noticed is just a thing about me as a moviegoer. I don't know that most films need to be nearly 3 hours.
3 hours.
Particularly Final Reckoning. That first 45 minutes.
A lot of it was just referencing the old movies.
It was the lore.
A lot of exposition.
Right. Yes.
And then with trailers, I was there. We were there for like over 3 hours.
Yeah, it was just too long.
And during the submarine thing, I was like, I know if I leave now, because I had to go to the bathroom so bad. I was like, I know if I leave right now, when I come back, this will still be going. And
he's still going to be trying to get the little key. Yeah. Right. And again, really, really well shot. Yeah. Of course, the finishing action piece with the planes.
Yeah.
Immaculate. Probably the greatest sequence I'll see all summer in theaters. But overall, I agree with you. The issue is our expectations are so high for this franchise because they've done so well. And this one, it in some ways, it reached those heights, but again, the lows felt lower than certainly Dead Reckoning.
The writing, and then
yes, exposition. Like you said.
I mean, the stakes are always like world-ending. Like he's always saving the world, but
nuclear warfare.
I know, but but AI being the villain, I was just like, it's too amorphous. I don't know how AI is. What's the AI? What's its motivation?
Yeah,
I
I
just
thought
couldn't.
that too. I was like, that's so weird.
But and I am my podcast is called Female Driven. So I missed Vanessa Kirby. I missed Rebecca Ferguson. Like Haley is great too, but I'm like, I know I'm missing these other women. So
Yeah, the cast was
Palm is cool, but
Palm
they
is amazing.
gave her like 2 lines. So
Yeah, we needed more Palm for sure.
yeah, she was crazy, and I liked how crazy she was in
Dead Reckoning.
Dead Reckoning. She was
Yeah,
insane.
yeah.
That's what I missed.
She maximized all her minutes in that.
Oh
movie.
yeah,
We wanted more Palm minutes for
more Palm.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Brad, get in here.
You didn't want Mission Impossible 2's Nia Hall back. Thondaway Newton. She's awesome. But she sort of like it ended. She's alive. She survives what was the name of that virus? Begin with an O. We just ran through all the Mission Impossible movies to set up for going to see this film. At some point when we apparently don't drink any water before we head in. So there's all these characters that survive. There's like the Australian pilot guy from the second one that survives. There's all kinds of characters they could easily bring back. Many of them female. The one from Ghost Protocol that has the greatest gut shot punch I've ever seen in a film. She just like slugs her in the gut before kicking her out the window.
Leia Seydoux.
Yes.
I love Leia Seydoux. She's the bad one.
Wait, not Leia. It's began with a J.
Paula. No? Paula. I know she kicks Leia Seydoux out of a window, but
yeah.
Paula. She's like not in movies anymore.
No. She's only done like 7 or 8 of them. This is really gonna bug me.
I can't believe Leia Seydoux agreed to do that, but she's still collecting dividends. But they get great actors to come in to do these movies. It's so crazy.
Yes. Yeah, it's absolutely nuts.
I do know exactly what moment you're talking about, though.
Oh, so Paula Patton. That's it. Jane. Her character's name is.
That
Jane.
was on the tip of my tongue. I remember Paula Patton had a whole era where she was.
She was in Precious.
Yes,
she was
in Precious.
Yes,
remember jumping the broom.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed
what was that awful movie though?
Let's be respectful.
The franchise. No, it was so bad. World of Warcraft. It was so.
I missed that, Paula.
Just Warcraft. Just Warcraft. And then the do-over.
My husband got me to go see that in theaters. I was so upset.
Wasn't she? And this was another terrible movie. I'm so sorry, Paula. You had an era. We loved it. She was. I want to say it was some human trafficking movie. I think
called
it was
Traffic with a K.
Traffic with a K. Yeah, it was.
I just remember her teeth in World of Warcraft.
Oh my god!
They were trying to make her into a sexy orc. I was like, "What is happening?"
Rough.
I may have to check that. I may have to check that out.
I mean,
what'd you say this was called? Warcraft? Is that available on streaming?
If you just Google like Paula,
okay. I'm gonna have to check that out.
I'm sure it's available on streaming because nobody would buy it.
It was
like I guarantee it's
Traffic.
It was bad. Glenn Close is in it for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, she
was getting her paycheck.
Murder in a Small Town TV series last year. She was in an episode, and that's the last thing. So at least she's still working. That's cool.
Yeah.
I was surprised they didn't bring her back. I don't know what the story is there.
Because she didn't get. You know who else was randomly in it for? I guess it was more than a hot second, but I literally forgot until. Again, I was in a hotel room. I swear to God, every time I'm in a hotel room, there's going to be like the Bourne series will be on, Twister will be on, or
the Accountants.
Or the Mission Impossible, or there'll be like a Jurassic Park marathon happening.
Mm-hmm.
But they were doing an MI marathon, and I was like, oh, that's right, Jeremy Renner was in these movies.
Jeremy Renner,
yeah.
And
doesn't he have a music career as well? No,
they tried to make him. They tried to make him the next Bourne. Also, he just never came out. Like it didn't stick with him. Like they were like, let's try to make him Ethan Hunt. Let's try to make him Jason Bourne.
They could have done it, but I don't. For whatever reason, it just didn't work. But who were they? I can't remember. Tom Cruise said like the only way that I do another one. Or if there'd be another Mission Impossible that he would produce at least is if so-and-so would take over for him. And I can't remember who it was.
It wasn't Jeremy Renner though.
No, it was somebody else, but they were like, no, I'm not doing that kind of stunt commitment. It wasn't Jeremy Renner. It was somebody, this was like within the last week or two.
Recently?
This happened. Yeah.
it wouldn't be that guy who's like, you know how there aren't really quote unquote movie stars anymore. But
yeah.
the guy.
Oh yes, yes it is. Yes, 100%.
The guy that was
From
in
Twisters and from
what's his name?
Glenn
Oh,
Powell.
shoot.
Glenn Powell.
Yeah. It seems like
he just said no because he's like, I'm not doing all those stunts.
He's a Tom Cruise type.
Yes.
But
also Top Gun Maverick, right?
Yeah, like, the era of like the movie star who kind of more plays themselves than now it's just like actors, you know.
Yeah.
Like the days of Julia Roberts and Tom Cruise are kind of over, except we do still have Tom Cruise, but I don't know. It's just not the same.
No, and he's excitedly, we should probably move off of this, but he's talking about doing another film. He wants to do a Les Grossman movie. And I couldn't be more excited about this. Tyler, do you know who that is?
No, I don't.
Tropic Thunder character.
Okay, Tom. Okay, TC.
Yeah, give me that all day long. If he could make that work with Ben Stiller, I'm in.
I'm interested in his next move. It'll be fascinating to see.
Wait, musicals too.
Wait, one more thing before we leave MI. Because I saw it at an AMC theater, we got the iconic Nicole Kidman commercial.
Yes, she walks up the stairs.
That's hilarious.
And it came on, and we come to this.
That's really funny.
For Magic, and then right after that, his little intro came. Oh, spoilers!
Thank you.
But Tom Cruise comes on before the movie starts, and it's like, "Thank you so much for coming." But it was literally like Nicole Kidman, and then Tom. I was like, "Oh my god, my divorced parents are inviting me."
That's so funny.
Wow.
I know that his rant, quote, his rant. I don't know if fireworks just went off. I can't see. His rant during the filming of Dead Reckoning when he went off on the crew. Tom was right. Like I listened back to it, it resurfaced, and it's like, yeah, he was right about everything. Everything he was saying was like, people are out of work, people are losing their homes, and you're going to come in here and jeopardize this film, and it's going to shut down. We are not shutting this down. If you do something dumb like this, you're gone. I'll replace you. You're fired. And it was just like, everybody was like, listen to this rant. And it's like, he was totally right. Like you had a job to do. You didn't do the job. And he went off on them, and somebody recorded it, which I thought was kind of icky that they're recording this when he's like, I'm trying to keep everybody afloat. Like we're literally keeping the movie industry alive. It's on life support right now. And we're trying to give people jobs during COVID. And I have, like, he went off and he seems really intense. Like he puts way too much pressure on himself to like uphold all of it. But he was kind of right.
What do you think would happen if Tom Cruise and James Cameron like entered the same room? Would it just
that wouldn't work.
Implode? I don't know. Like if they tried to work together.
I can't. I saw a recent thing about James Cameron where they were like, what if we try this? Or like had a suggestion.
Sigourney Weaver talked about.
Yes, that's what it was. It was Sigourney Weaver that I saw. Yeah.
She talked about how terrible it was working with him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Would it literally be like Batman versus Superman? I don't know if Tom Cruise and James Cameron.
I just don't think it would work.
No.
I just think they're too much control from both people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the next one, Emily, you also saw Ballerina.
I did.
And the John Wick franchise is in a fascinating place right now because this is the first sort of tentacle of John Wick, one of the most
the universe.
One of the John Wick universe. Well said. One of the most lucrative action franchises, really of a generation. It's been incredibly successful. One of my favorite action franchises ever. And now we have Ballerina, female-driven podcast. The stars have aligned, and you are here. I have not seen it. I know Brad has not seen it yet.
Yep.
Should we go see Ballerina? Did it live up to the hype?
Hell yes, you should see it.
We're all ears.
Did you enjoy? Okay, did you enjoy Atomic Blonde? With Charlize Theron?
I can't even remember. That was so long ago.
Okay.
What if I told you I haven't seen that all the way through?
Okay, well now you have to see it with Charlize. But yeah, if you enjoy Atomic Blonde, yes, you will enjoy Ballerina.
Okay.
Is it so silly? Yes. I don't care.
That's what I heard.
It's 95% action. But yes, and yes, see it on the big screen. It looks so good, and it was so much fun. And I have not seen the John Wick movies, but I went to see this because Ana de Armas is leading it. So
you mean Tom Cruise's reported girlfriend?
No, come on. girl.
The chisme. I did not know about this.
I love her.
The threads we're weaving are.
Yeah, I was going to say this was the
fantastic.
natural transition into these.
This is immaculate.
She's so good. No, she's great. She's great.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
we have again these movies that have world-class actors in them: Angelica Houston, Ian McShane, Gabriel Byrne.
Prestige.
Yeah, Ana de Armas. Again, she's an Oscar-nominated actress,
Yes.
and she's playing this so super fun.
Okay.
Looks great.
Mhm.
Very violent, but
yeah, good. I fell in love with her in Knives Out.
Yeah.
Also, I love that movie.
She was a Bond. Yeah, she started out. She came into the Bond franchise, and people were like, "Who is that?"
Yes,
and yeah,
I remember this. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, and she should lead her own action movie, and she did. So.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
Do you both have any other thoughts on the action genre? Again, we have The Pickup, an Amazon original. I think Roman Reigns, WWE Superstar, is going to pop up. It's giving heist movie, but some comedic elements. I believe Pete
Davidson. Kiki Palmer. That's it. I saw Kiki Palmer.
Kiki. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Pete Davidson, Kiki Palmer.
I might be in.
Roman
Pete
Reigns.
Davidson, I'm a little bit dubious, but Kiki, Roman Reigns popping up.
Snoop.
Okay, if Kiki Palmer and Snoop Dogg, I will watch it.
Okay, we're excited.
Eva Longoria.
Eva Longoria's in it too?
Yes. Eddie Murphy.
Oh, okay, I didn't know who's in it. But the first movie I saw in theaters this year was One of Them Days with Kiki Palmer and SZA. So
I haven't seen that yet. I'm on the basic Netflix tier. I know it's available. It's good.
Oh, it's so good.
I was really dubious about it until it got rave reviews.
Great review, and it does feel like a throwback '90s like buddy comedy.
Love that.
So
Issa Rae was a part of the team behind it. I should never doubt Issa. I should know better. This is on me. Yep. Okay, you two. How about our next genre? We got to get in some laughs this summer. We're going to talk about comedic releases. I have 4 that I want to present to you two and take it whichever direction you'd like. I saw this trailer for the first time a few days ago. Bride Hard. It drops on June 20th. I hope that you will share your POV on it. We have Happy Gilmore 2, the highly anticipated sequel from Adam Sandler and Friends, which is hitting Netflix on July 25th. The Naked Gun, an infamous role reprised by Liam Neeson is funny poster, reprising the famed role from Steve Martin. That's going to be in theaters August 1st. And then finally, we also have The Roses, which will be available in theaters on August 29th. Our guest of honor, where would you like to start here? Which one is sticking out to you most from our comedy section?
I didn't know that last reference you made, or what was the first one you said?
Oh, Bride Hard?
Yeah, the Kiki. Yeah,
it looks funny.
I hadn't seen the trailer. The only reason I know about the other one is because the trailer came on before we saw Thunderbolts. I think the Naked Gun trailer came on. So silly. Oh my god! I was
the poster, the throwback poster of him riding the bullet.
I was like, what is this?
The O.J. Simpson reference.
Yeah, because
it did really well for our audience.
Yeah, because Liam Neeson he's done so many of those action movies. So I was like, is this another one? He's like, no, this is so silly. I was like, okay. Mm-hmm. I don't know. What was this other one you mentioned? It was
so we have Bride Hard, Happy Gilmore 2. Thank you, Brad. The one we left off. But that's going to do numbers on Netflix. I'm sure. There's also a wrestling connection there. MJF, AEW.
It's so Adam Sandler to just be like, no, Netflix. He's like, his movies are just like, I wanted to go on vacation with my friends.
He's calling the shots. We know how this goes.
But then he'll do something like Uncut Gems, and you're like, oh, he can act. He's really good. He's so good. I'm like, damn it, act more, Adam.
Do more of that. I'm pretty out on the Sandler Netflix experience.
Yeah.
I know there's a certain charm that comes with him. So I've certainly, Brad's dubious. I've certainly clicked play numerous times when I see, there's a new Adam Sandler original on the Flicks. But is anyone called the Flicks?
I don't think so.
The Flicks. But it just doesn't do anything for me.
Flicks and Chill doesn't.
No, just like Max is back to HBO Max.
Yeah, as it should be.
Yeah. Righting the wrong.
Max.
Or they could just call it HBO and be done with it.
Right? Right?
I'm generally out on the Sandler Netflix experience,
Same.
but yeah, I don't know where I was going with that other than to say, Brad, do you feel similarly? Are you giving Sandler a shot this summer?
I am going to give Sandler a shot. Of course I am. Like I grew up with Stubbs. I grew up with
Yeah.
I
Him
want to
on
know.
the
I
There's a lot
want to
of
Knob.
know
catch
if
that.
Ben Stiller's still working at the nursing home. I want to
Yeah.
know if, like, I want to see these. I can't remember the name. Tom something, the guy that plays Shooter McGavin.
Yeah, he's
has
there. Mhm.
he's been living that gimmick since that movie came out.
And they have a face off in the trailer. That's a big moment.
Yes.
Is they have a face off?
Yeah,
Okay, you're
I'm
in. Brad's in him.
I'm excited about it for the nostalgia. I don't have any expectations for this. It's not like they're going to be bringing up Bob Barker. So like
Nope. Not
I don't-
unless they're holding a seance or something.
no, there's a whole bunch of people that were in the original that aren't around anymore. Like Carl Weathers died recently. Bob Barker's gone.
Aw.
Like there's so many people that won't be in this film that it bums me out.
Yeah.
But I don't know how do you capture that kind of quintessential 90s spirit
So nice.
in 2025 comedy about golf, which not a lot of people are going to be able to connect to. And I know they connected to him in golf, but that was like Tiger Woods was a new thing and people were interested in golf for the first time, but were like, it's all uppity and stuff. So he was a great segue into that. And now I don't know how that's going to, I think the nostalgia for a property that people know will bring people in. I'm certainly going to watch it. As far as Bride Hard, I didn't know this was a thing until you shared it with me. I will check it out, I'm sure, on streaming at some point, but I'm not going to go to a movie theater. The Naked Gun. So Leslie Nielsen had a kind of a more serious acting career before that. Did y'all ever see the original Poseidon Adventure?
No, he's in that.
1972. Yeah, it's like it's terrifying. It's Titanic-esque. We got to escape this sinking ship thing. He's the captain. So he's done a bunch of serious, and I think kind of like in Reno 911. This is the stripper cop. I can't remember her name. She's like the mom in the Goldbergs.
Wendy McClendon-Covey.
Thank you.
I love her.
Amazing. And the reason it works is because she doesn't play it as a silly role. She takes everything dead serious. No. And I think that's what Liam Neeson is going to do. I think he's going to take everything super seriously, which is what Leslie Nielsen did through that whole, like, Airplane worked because I am serious and don't call me Shirley. And he just deadpanned it. And that's the only reason that role worked. And I think Liam Neeson's perfect for that.
Yeah.
I think it'll work if the situational stuff works. And I don't know how much faith I have in that, but
it's just funny that we had Leslie Nielsen and now Liam Neeson.
Yes, it's wild. I was thinking the same thing. Yes.
I just remember, I mean, among other things, he obviously did so many movies, but I just remember Leslie Nielsen being Dorothy's boyfriend on Golden Girls.
Yes. So, yes.
That's the one she ended up marrying at the end.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people that listen to GI also watch Golden Girls, but
hopefully all of them.
All of them?
Yeah. I mean, like, you should be. It's required. That still holds up and it's still hilarious.
Golden Girls, yeah.
Still
oh my gosh.
Yep.
Rose
Nyland.
Yes, Rose Nyland is my G. The one that we left off there at Tyler, I think, was the Roses.
What is that?
So I'm looking at it right now, and according to Wikipedia, it is a satirical where was it? Satirical black comedy, a dark comedy that is primarily British, and then with a sprinkling of Ryan Gosling in there, and Kuti Gatwa is in there, the most recent Doctor Who, and I just saw an interview with him where Gosling I think it was during the filming of The Roses, was wearing a T-shirt with Gatwa on it that said Doctor Who. He had like a custom shirt made to celebrate him. It's like Doctor Who. And I guess Ryan Gosling, everybody loves him because he's a super down to earth and super kind and all that. But he's been Doctor Who for at least like 2 years. So I think this was filmed either 2 or 3 years ago and just hasn't come out yet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's been in the bank for a while. But an incredible cast: Benedict Cumberbatch, Olivia Colman. I could stop there and just be Olivia Colman's in it. So I will be tuning in.
You know what? Yeah. I now know what you're talking about because
it's a remake of the 81 movie.
Cumberbatch. I thought that trailer was on. I think it was after the Naked Gun trailer.
Sounds right.
Because now I know that you mentioned those names. Now they're fighting over a house, I think.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Kate McKinnon's in it too. And that I love Kate McKinnon. So yeah, it's a great cast. This one I might go check out because because the cast looks so great.
Yeah.
I might have to go check it out.
That's so funny.
No doubt. Okay, next genre, we have drama. I know all three of us appreciate a good dramatic flick. Two selections, and perhaps we'll even get into more. We have one that's already out, The Phoenician Scheme. This is starring
Wes Anderson.
Yeah, a Wes Anderson film starring Benicio del Toro, Michael Cera, Riz Ahmed, love Riz Ahmed, Tom Hanks, Bryan Cranston, and a bunch of other really talented performers.
Kate Winslet's daughter.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep, that's her daughter playing the nun. That's
Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah.
Okay, this may have to be a must. It's an espionage dark comedy set in the 50s. So again, that is out currently. It came out on June 6th. And then we also have a release that I am really anticipating on August 22nd. Spike Lee's newest project is going to come out, Highest to Lowest, starring Denzel Washington. Obviously, it's no secret, particularly to our YouTube viewers, that I am a big Spike Lee fan. Yeah, and Denzel, I mean, come on now, Denzel.
I love Denzel.
Denzel is Denzel, one name only. So with that in mind, certainly there will be other drops, but these are the two that stood out to me most. Emily, what say you as a fan of drama films? What's the vibe check on these two releases? Are we yay or nay?
Well, I love Denzel.
Yeah. Action, crime, dramatic kind of thriller here with Highest to Lowest. Got a little bit of mix going on.
Well, Wes Anderson, I don't know. I'm not really on the boat. I did enjoy his last one, the one that was, what was it called? But it was set in the Southwest.
It's
really Asteroid City.
Asteroid City, thank you. Yes.
I enjoyed that a lot, and that had Scarlett
Johansson thing. Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson, Margot Robbie,
Tom Hanks.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. I kind of respect him without really liking him, if that makes sense. But I don't think I'll check. I mean, if I'll maybe stream that one, but I'd be more inclined to see a Denzel movie than
Denzel and Spike linking up again.
He's so good.
Yeah, one of the greatest of our time.
I'm going to go opposite of that. I'd probably go see Phoenician Scheme over Highest to Lowest, and here's why. Highest to Lowest comes out August 22nd and is on Apple TV September 5th. So I'll just wait 2 weeks and watch it for free.
Apple comes back. Yeah, that's a good try. I didn't realize it was dropping on Apple so quickly after.
That's what Apple does when they make their studio thing. They put it on Apple TV Plus so people will get the plus.
Right,
what an interesting time in the industry. Wow.
So because it's really that first week is where movies make all their money now. So
and then everyone stops going.
Yeah.
But remember when Denzel was an action star for a little bit, and he was already old?
Can we talk about The Equalizer?
There it is. I knew it.
Yeah,
we got John Wick. We got The Equalizer running this.
Equalizer,
this millennium.
And then before that,
this century.
Man on Fire. He was really good in Man on Fire.
Shout out to Dakota Fanning.
Oh yeah, they were and he was so impressed with her apparently on that. He was like, "Wow, she's a real deal."
And didn't she pop up in The Equalizer as well? I think one of the more recent ones when they were in Italy. I think she popped up now as adult Dakota Fanning, and she's one of the investigators that helped them.
That'd be hilarious.
I think about Training Day every once in a while because of Denzel and that the end of the King Kong speech, how it was improv.
Come on.
And when all of the people standing around were Terry Crews in the background because he was on set visiting, they were like, "Can you just go out there? Here, go put on this shirt and go stand in the back." When people were backing up, it's because they were legitimately scared of Denzel in that moment.
He's crazy.
He's a different cat. Yeah, he's a different. The New York Times interviewed him recently. He's a different cat for sure.
Still haven't watched his Macbeth, and I've been dying to watch it. I still got to check that out. Also, Apple. So I'll probably do that sometime this week when I have some downtime. But I can't wait to see it. I love Spike Lee. I remember going opening weekend to see. What was the basketball? Was it basketball?
He Got Game.
Thank you. I was like, Basketball Diaries. No, no, that was earlier. That was, Anyway, He Got Game with Denzel, and
Inside Man.
It was really great watching that in a movie theater and seeing that. So, but it was me and the aforementioned Mike Kleiman. and literally nobody else behind us because it was Escanaba, Michigan. And not a lot of people coming to watch Spike Lee movies in Escanaba at the time in the 90s. But
No.
I really want to go see it. But I also 2 weeks. I can wait 2 weeks.
Yep.
And I would imagine we have some folks out there, of course, none of our respective audience members, but some folks who only know Spike Lee as being this, this huge New York Knicks fan, on the sideline of basketball games and just
with amazing glasses. Yeah.
His
yeah, and
glasses,
just doing the most. Yeah,
his
kind of
hat,
Yes.
his
yeah,
hat.
kind of being like a fashionista. I think there's
the guy from the Little Penny commercial. Yeah.
Selling insurance or other things, but I think there's a significant part of the population, and maybe
Or confusing him with Spike Jonze, who also directs or directed.
Yeah, there are people that don't know of Spike Lee's history, his filmography, dare I say his brilliance. And so hopefully linking back up with Denzel, I think, they'll do a media tour, and this will maybe bring in a new batch of audience members who will be presented.
Was the last one he did with
greatness.
him, was that Inside Man? The last one he did with Denzel? Or...
Yeah.
Probably.
That was
that had to be, because there's Malcolm X, Inside Man.
Well, he got Game was after Malcolm.
He got Game, of course. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
But we're going back.
Must have been Inside
decades.
Man.
Next, family talk. We love the kids. We have 4 releases that are coming out this summer that I think are going to be big for family viewing. We have Elio coming out on June 20th. We have Smurfs featuring Rihanna.
Oh my God.
I saw that trailer. I have thoughts on this.
I died.
I will save those. Smurfs / the Rihanna Experience on July 18th. We'll have The Bad Guys 2 coming out on August 1st. And then finally, still the family category, but a bit different of a presentation, Freakier Friday will be released on August 8th. Emily Ollero Jones, what do you think about these 4? Any stick out to you?
Well, I did see that Smurfs trailer and I was like, what? I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was like, Rihanna, when was her last album? 10 years ago?
It was a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, because when she had that Super Bowl performance here in Arizona, there wasn't a new album attached.
No,
to it, right?
she did her greatest hits. I mean, Queen, yes. But now I was like, Riri, what? Paycheck, I'm sure. But
for
she's
sure.
like, I don't want
new music associated with the soundtrack.
I couldn't believe. I'm like, we're gonna
bag.
get new music from Rihanna, and it's gonna be for the Smurf movie.
Do you think Rihanna fans will go to Smurfs just for the Rihanna of it all? Is this brilliant?
Maybe. I mean, a lot of Rihanna fans probably have kids at this point, and she's got
Facts.
3. She's pregnant with her 3rd child, I think. So
Facts.
I don't know if that had to do with her where she's like, I don't have to leave my house to record vocals for this. Okay, great. She doesn't have to. She doesn't have to do anything she doesn't want to do.
I'm not mad.
But I was like, wow. No, Rihanna's newest release will just be for the Smurf movie. But
yeah, what a time.
And the other one, Elio, I don't know. It looks cute. I don't have kids, so I don't know. Maybe Brad would be the one to talk about the family releases, but yeah, I don't know.
What about Freakier Friday?
Yeah,
Can I interest you in Lindsay Lohan?
I remember when, and that's a remake too.
Yes. Well, sequel, I think. It's a direct sequel because it's Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan from
but the one she did with Jamie Lee,
that was a remake.
That was Jodie Foster did a Freaky Friday in the 70s.
Yes.
So, but Lindsay, I grew up with Lindsay. I was there through the craziness, she's probably about my sister's age. I want to say maybe a little older, but I'm glad she's doing well. I'm glad she's doing better. And
that was a time capsule. There was an era where she was one of the biggest stars in
Lindsay.
Yeah. I remember that well.
For sure.
As far family,
as
Freya. What do we see with Freya?
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure it'll be on streaming.
Oh,
maybe Jess will probably want to watch it. She might take Freya. I'm good. I have no interest. I kind of like Marvel fatigue. If you are like me, there are a lot of Smurfs movies. like a lot of Smurfs movies in the last decade.
Yeah.
Like a lot. And I'm tired of them because there was the films, obviously, but then there were like Christmas specials and like other thing. And there's a lot of Smurfs around this house with Neil Patrick Harris. And Hank Azaria playing Gargamel.
Didn't Justin Timberlake pop up in one of these?
I can't remember.
Or he was a big part of one of the soundtracks.
Yeah,
and
that
like
sounds
Amy
right.
Poehler, maybe. I don't know.
It's a blur. It's a blur.
I can't even remember.
Yeah,
Because
I don't know.
all I remember is Hank Azaria with the magic wand and the green stuff and Azrael the cat. At least they have like old school looking Smurfs in this new one. Freya will probably want to see it. I don't know if I want to see it. I'm good on waiting on that one. Same with until you brought up this Pixar film, Elio. Is it Elio or Elio? Elio. Okay, very good. That's how much I know about this. We haven't even gone and seen Lilo and Stitch yet, and that came out a minute ago now.
Yeah.
It feels like a long time ago, but it was like 2 weeks.
What, last week?
Yeah, it was Labor Day weekend,
Yeah.
or not Memorial Day weekend. But I think the weekend before, maybe, I don't know. Yes, yeah, it looks great. That's when we went and saw. Oh, Nothing at All. Never mind. We didn't see anything then. That was wrestling, I believe, is what I went to see was a wrestling event. Almost, yeah, that was 100% that weekend. So yeah, we were up in Glendale for that. Yeah, I think Freya's probably excited. She probably has no idea that these are even things. So I'm good. I'm good not going. I still haven't seen whatever that robot movie was from last year. The Lost Robot.
Yeah.
Wild Robot. That's it. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. If they dropped a Bluey movie is coming out, I would be seated opening night.
Bluey is so cute.
Very popular.
Have you watched Bluey?
Yes.
I've seen clips as well.
I do have nieces and nephews.
No, Tyler. No clips.
Full episode? No.
It's so cute.
I'm not.
Just get out of here with your clips. They're 15-minute episodes. It's kind of the perfect time.
Yeah.
If you watch an episode, there's 2 of them really.
Yeah.
And they kind of nail life. Like they just nail it. It's unbelievable.
Yep.
And if you're a parent, just ugly crying half the time. Or laughing hysterically and going, I know this pain. The ice cream episode is so simple and it's perfect. So if they dropped Bluey, I'd be there. But
you get Aussie accents too.
Yes, there is also that.
Oh,
yes.
Got to factor that in.
Yeah.
Okay, final category. Freya probably definitively won't be seeing these. But maybe some of us will. Maybe some of you out there will.
Maybe 28 years later.
The horror genre. 5 releases coming out soon. We have 28 years later. If you're on your post-apocalyptic kick. That'll hit theaters on June 20th. The following week, Megan 2.0.
Yes. Yes.
Great Emily reaction. Let's make sure we clip that production team. That will come out on June 27th. I can't wait for your thoughts there, Emily. Next, on July 18th, we'll have I Know What You Did Last Summer.
No way. Are you kidding?
Another great reaction. Then we'll have Together on July 30th. This is probably the one I'm most fascinated with. It's we will get to it. Bodily Horror. And then finally Weapons will drop on August 8th. But let's rewind. Let's start with 28 years later and then Megan 2.0. Emily, you seem most excited about the latter. Megan is kind of in some ways you could argue its own genre.
She's an icon. She's a legend.
Tell us more.
Well, I don't know.
You will see this film.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like a gay icon. Megan, she's so awesome. That was so fun to see in theaters last year.
Yeah.
Was that last year or was it the year before that?
I think it may have been the year before.
She's iconic. I love
massive success.
You get behind Megan, yeah. But now she's like even more like yassified now. She's like a teenage Megan.
They really leaned into it.
Oh, it's so
I'm eager
funny.
to see how it does in theaters.
And then she came on before Ballerina last night to be like, shut off your phones. It was very funny.
Oh wow. Great reaction from the audience.
Oh yeah. It was just funny. She's great. And then 28 years later, I know is it the sequel or was there more than one sequel, or is this just
There is
like
more. Well, there was a sequel and I think
prequel?
No, there was a second. There was a sequel. I think it was 28 months later or
Oh,
something.
okay. Because
I can't remember. 28 weeks later. 28 weeks.
Oh,
later.
okay. Because 28 Days. That was that Alex Garland's first big thing that he did?
It might have been. It was Cillian Murphy's kind of breakout role.
Okay. But I don't like being scared. Like, I get scared really easily. Like, Megan's just silly and fun. But I don't like, and like the zombie thing, I don't know. Jodie Comer is amazing. She's in this movie. I don't know if any of your listeners watched Killing Eve, but she was in Killing Eve. She's great. But I just get scared. I don't know. I might not be your horror girl, but I'm sure it'll be good because it's Alex Garland. This was scary and it was really good, but I just made an Annihilation reference before we started recording. And that is an Alex Garland horror with
that is horror for sure.
Natalie Portman. That's scary. So
this one is also really scary from the trailer. I mean, you both know me. I'm a horror guy, but it depends on the specific title we're referring to.
Sometimes it's too scary. I don't know.
Yeah, post-apocalyptic, and granted, the pandemic, COVID was many years ago at this point, and fortunately, the three of us are still here having this conversation. But it just kind of hits home. I remember when not too long ago we were fighting for toilet paper at Fry's grocery store, and obviously this takes it several notches further. But I think in general, the post-apocalyptic
just a little
horror.
bit.
It's just not my jam. The trailer does look super scary, so very effective there. But I will probably skip this one. There's a better chance of me seeing Megan 2.0 than.
Oh yeah, that's just fun. Yeah,
it's probably more action, or it's its own genre, really.
It's comedy. Yeah, that's just like that's so fun.
I guess I loved 28 Days Later, and I liked how it ended. I didn't think they needed a sequel. Yeah. Like the infected were dying off from hunger. And that's kind of how it ended. It was like, oh, cool, a hopeful spot. Like this happened. There was an outbreak. They contained it. The end. I didn't see 28 weeks later. I was just reading the synopsis because I was like, how are we at 28 years later? Stupidity happens in 28 weeks later. And then the movie ends with the mainland being infected in France. Great. So 28 years is probably like the whole world is effed now. But before it was contained over in the UK. So, I really liked it because there's a shot of like a crow eating like a piece of flesh, an eyeball or something, and blood drips down, and like
gross.
One of the characters looks up and it hits him in the eye, and that's how he becomes infected while they're on the road.
Oh, no.
And that's 28.
I can't with this. It's
28
so
days.
Gross.
28 days later. But when I saw 28 years later, I was like, why not just make a Walking Dead? Movie? Like why not just it was a little too similar to that for me. Somewhere between the crap that was World War Z. They ruined that entire book so much. And Walking Dead.
Well, we have like The Last of Us. That's very popular.
Yes, and that's so different, such a different spin on it. And like all they're doing is directly. They made a little bit of changes in the second season, I guess, but directly adapting a video game story that's already been done. So they're just tweaking a Naughty Dog production. I'm looking at you, Naughty Dog. I need some real Uncharted, not the thing with Tom Holland. I need some real Uncharted, please. Thank you.
Oh,
Uncharted is incredible. Uncharted 4, real good stuff. The rest of them, they're okay. But Uncharted 4, amazing. And they like pulled from it a little bit. But that's the game that they did to go like, hey, actually focusing on these characters like this, really good idea. And that's what gave us The Last of Us. All of those things happened
who did Fallout? What's that?
Fallout is Bethesda.
Okay.
But the way they did the TV show is masterful because they kind of went, we're going to take all these little factions and things people know, but ignore everything else. And we're just going to roll with this. And it worked. It's wonderful. But they made it almost like Splatstick, the TV show, where I feel like I can tolerate that kind of like James Gunn when he did Slither. I can do the funny horror a lot easier in a post-apocalyptic world than I can the serious post-apocalyptic. It's just so dark, and that's it.
It's gross, yeah. And I well, with Fallout, like I couldn't even watch that. My husband wanted to, and I was like, "This is too disgusting." Like, I
Yeah, some
can't.
nasty parts. Then no joke. Yeah.
It's so gross. Like, I turned it off when Walton Goggins, who I love Walton Goggins, but when he just like started eating that guy, I was like, "No, I'm done. I can't even
That's a
watch
wrap.
this. I can't watch it." And it is
It's like
a
eating
wrap.
an arm or a foot or something, right? Like, I
Well,
can't
he
remember what it
killed
was.
his friend, and
Yeah.
I was like, "No, I liked you in Justified. You were awesome in Justified." Watch Walton Goggins on that one instead.
The White Lotus. I mean, he's on the map.
He's so
For
good.
simpletons like me, he's like a household name.
What else? Righteous Gemstones. He's just great.
Yeah.
For
He's
sure.
so good.
For sure. Hosted SNL.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
Ant-Man.
speaking. Yes, there you go.
It's in the
Speaking
second
of speaking of eyeballs, while I am here, eyeballs in horror films.
Yeah, I will not be watching this one.
Together. It comes out July 30th. I mentioned
What
this a
is
moment
that?
ago. So it's a supernatural body horror film starring Alison Brie and Dave Franco. They play
Already,
really...
I can't. I'm just like body.
Mhm.
No.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this summary off, Emily.
Oh, okay.
It's this couple who are in love. I'm telling you, the trailer is really well done. There's no dialogue. It's just scenes pinned with this kind of classical music in the background. It's this couple clearly happy, moving into a new home together, and then slowly but surely, there's an infection or curse or something, and they become conjoined to each other. So Emily's not going to be happy with this, but I'm just going to say this. The poster for this movie, you have them looking at each other, one eyeball to one eyeball.
No.
Eyelashes intertwining.
Thank you. Becoming one. So, Emily Ollero Jones, you have till July 30th to think about this film and to decide whether or not you
need
want
to think about it.
Okay. It's about marriage, it's about love, and also a couple conjoining and
It's what it sounds like. It's
what's
supposed to be, quote unquote, elevated horror. Like it's going to be a commentary on what it's like, and like heteronormativity and what it's like to be married.
Possibly.
But yeah, because those two are married in real life.
I didn't.
Yeah.
There you go.
Still?
I think so.
After doing a movie like that, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
The brainstorming sessions for this one must have been.
Oh gosh. Ugh. I'm just like,
I did not realize Franco and okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, Emily's a no on that one.
No,
but
it's not for me.
I Know What You Did Last Summer also coming out, and I find it really interesting that Final Destination
that did great.
is getting rave reviews.
It did, yeah.
It's already out. Apparently, it's arguably the best.
Doing great, yeah.
In the series, yeah, which I
cool.
did not expect, but here we are. Okay, you two. I have three final big picture questions for you both. Which films out of this list are you most excited to see? If you give me three, like I must see this, I got to get to the theater. Which three are you two choosing?
I already literally forgot everything.
Megan. Well, we know Megan is your number one.
Okay, yeah.
Megan is your number one.
You already saw Ballerina.
You already saw
and Mission
Awesome.
Impossible. So
yeah.
What are your other two besides Megan? What do the people need to see this summer?
Oh boy, what else do we even? What was the other one?
We went over a lot.
F1, Jurassic World,
sure.
Ballad,
That sounds fun. F1 sounds like, yeah, you should see that on the big screen.
Yeah.
Megan just sounds fun. And then I'm not a horror person, so don't come to me for like a horror. I'm probably not going to say, yeah, you should go see that. But I don't know. What was the... Okay, Denzel. Yeah, I want to see Denzel.
Highest to lowest? You seem pretty optimistic about Naked Gun with Liam Neeson.
Oh, that did look funny. That looked super funny too. I don't know. Okay. Yeah.
As long as you see Megan, you are good with Emily. Brad, which ones are making your list, hopefully to see before the school year starts?
Outside of Fantastic Four and Superman, which are on my list. And obviously Mission Impossible. I'd like to see Ballerina. I probably won't make it there.
Yeah.
I really want to go though. I'll pick a few here. Naked Gun. Happy Gilmore 2 is like the ones that are going to be on video, sure. But going to a theater, Naked Gun, I'm going to say Jurassic World because dinosaurs. And like I don't care if it's good or not, dinosaurs. Yeah, F1. F1 just sounds really fun.
Yeah.
That's like a go to the movie theater to see kind of thing. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Not Smurfs.
No, that looked like a nightmare. I was just like, oh my God. Can you imagine
Yeah.
having to sit through this because your kid wanted to see it? It's like,
Our audience was very confused by it. It was just like, oh, this is a thing that exists. And to Brad's point, another Smurf film, and
oh,
Rihanna's a part of this. And
Rihanna's cashing a paycheck.
I'm not-
Rihanna is doing her thing.
she is a businesswoman. Okay, my second question. This is a rhetorical one. Will any of these surpass Sinners for Tyler? No. No. If you have not seen Sinners, make sure you see Sinners. It is incredible. And I hope I'll enjoy films this summer, but Sinners is my favorite movie going experience so far this year. Finally, Emily, the third final question. Any recent movie theater anecdotes? Obviously, you are a go-to guest when it comes to all things cinema. Any other anecdotes from your recent film experience? I divulge that I now attend IMAX movies, and I'm very disappointed that they don't have the recliner seats. Very, very disappointed. Brad and I talked about this. Very disappointed.
Bad.
Yeah, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
Well, because I did just go yesterday to see Ballerina, I did get stopped on the way out by eWorks, and they were doing survey. They're like, "Would you like to take a survey for a free movie ticket?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" I'm not joking. I think it took like 30 minutes. I was like,
my goodness.
I was like,
It's like a
if I had
dissertation.
known, I was like, if I had known, like, but then I felt bad. I was like, I can't just like leave in the middle of this while this kid is like, now watch this trailer and tell me,
Oh my gosh.
man. But it was funny because I was there with my husband, and they're like, and I was like, sure, you do it. And they're like, oh, sorry, we've already covered your demographic because my husband's a 34-year-old white man. And they're like, but you, and I was like, oh, great. They're like, Asian female in 30s. Yes, let's, we need your input on this trailer for Alien, whatever it was.
Oh my goodness.
It was very funny. But I got my free movie ticket, so.
Okay, so it sounds like for our audience, if they get asked to take a survey, first question, before you agree to it, out of the kindness of your heart.
How long is this?
How long? I only have so much time to give you for this.
I didn't know it was going to take that long.
30 minutes.
I thought it would be like 10 seconds. Like he was just going to ask, what did you just see? How did you, whatever. And then, no.
Yeah. You were probably literally
demographic
seated.
Stuff. Yeah. They were
literally seated for this one.
Oh, yeah. So now I know a whole lot about the Alien and was asked so many questions about my feelings about the Alien franchise that I don't have feelings about the Alien franchise. But they did want to know what a 35-year-old woman, Asian female, had to say about Alien. Or, no, not Alien. Predator! Oh, my God.
Oh, okay. So I know what you're talking about now.
There's Elle Fanning. I was like, yeah. Elle Fanning, cool. It was so silly. And then they were asking, what socials do you use? And blah, blah, blah. They were like, Facebook. I'm like, no, not really. TikTok? No, I don't have it. Instagram? I'm like, yes, I am a 35-year-old woman. I'm on Instagram several times a day.
Predator Badlands.
That
November
is what
7th.
They were asking me about that. They asked me so many questions about that trailer. I was just like, okay, yeah, got my free movie ticket.
And then there's an animated one coming out.
Oh.
Options. Well, if you want more of Emily's feelings and her thoughts on cinema, you got to tap in with her at Female Driven Podcast. Shout out to Kristen. Shout out to Rachel. They do incredible work there. And we love that this has become an annual tradition. Sincerely, Emily.
Yes.
So, anything else we should know about how to keep in touch with you, how we can support you and your great work?
Yeah, you can find. Yep, you can see it right there. You can find us at Female Driven Podcast on Instagram, and our podcast is called Female Driven. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Would love to have you.
Period. We understand the assignment. Emily, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you all enjoyed this episode. Support Emily. Do it now, and we will see you next time. Enjoy the movies this summer. Gimmick Infringement is a part of 19 Media Group. You can listen to us on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you find podcasts. You can also find us on YouTube via the 19 Media Group channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share.